And now, an exclusive sneak preview of a recent X-Talks webinar, Managing Multiple Complex Molecules in CDMO Projects.
Thomas, Annika, we have discussed already before how to best approach projects with multiple complex molecules, and you identified actually several key takeaways, 5 to be precise. And the first one is building solid partnerships. The second one is tapping into scientific expertise and experience. Third would be leveraging top-notch platform processes and stellar technologies. Fourth, ensuring seamless integrated in-house processes. And number 5 is having a robust in-house analytical team. So now let's explore these crucial credentials a bit more. Annika, let's start with you. Could you shed some light on what exactly is involved in building strong partnerships?
Thank you, Ellen. From my point of view, partnership is a very good term because that's what it's all about. It means close interaction with the customer, and this can best be done with experienced project managers. They should have strong management skills on the one hand and technical expertise on the other hand to be able to answer questions directly, for example, instead of going back to SMEs for each and every issue. In addition, the customer brings in its own special expertise, but sometimes you have to ask the right questions to fully utilize it and push the project. Another interesting and useful tool is the person and plant concept at certain stages. If this happens during production phase, it avoids delays in time-critical decisions, which could be challenging in case the customer is located in a different time zone, for example. And if, during production, for example, the cell viability in the bioreactor is still very high and the cells are still productive, the process could be prolonged a bit, leading to an increased overall yield. But this must, of course, be approved by the customer. And finally, such visits promote even deeper customer interaction and exchange.
And what other steps can enhance understanding customer expectations, Annika?
A lot more can be done, but most importantly, it is quite crucial to understand the client's expectations at the very beginning of the project and to manage those demands in an appropriate way. First and foremost, this includes timelines, and of course timelines, but in addition to that, quality and quantity requirements must also be considered. And to address all these things early on, a reliable proposal covering these demands should be set up.
Annika, I totally agree and would just like to add that it's also very important to understand the molecule. Clients have already produced and analyzed transient material before we start a project. So there is early data, and that should be considered to address potential challenges and critical quality attributes right from the start. And this is extremely helpful to streamline and facilitate further development steps.
So what I've learned is that having experienced project managers is a real game changer. And it is absolutely critical to understand not only the customer's expectations, but also the nitty-gritty details of their molecule right from the start. Is there anything else that makes a great partnership, Thomas?
Well, for me, true partnership also means flexibility and willingness to go the extra mile. Sometimes you simply have to shift the focus driven by results. And if you face unforeseen challenges, you need to deploy additional resources, sometimes even beyond the contracted scope. And I can tell you that surprises are not uncommon in these projects, which brings me to my last point. A good backup plan is also very helpful to contain potential risks. I recall even cases where it saved the project.
Thanks to both of you. I would now like to close the chapter on building strong partnerships and move on to the second key credential we identified before, the scientific expertise.
To view the entirety of this webinar, visit the link in the description and register on xtalks.com completely free of charge.